As you may know, I've been diving into the spiritual teachings half of my life. And my ultimate goal has always been to experience this profound, deep state of love beyond what human experience can provide. And I always knew that kind of love existed, yet since I was a child, I was caught in pain, in suffering and anger. This was the driving energy that was pushing me to never stop learning, expanding, growing, experiencing the teachings, and then teaching and delivering my own wisdom to what worked and what made me achieve it faster. So I was always looking for the best solution to access to that level of love, which meant for me to experience the ultimate state of bliss where you overcome all pain, all suffering, and there's only harmony and inner peace. And where you connect to the void, this inner presence within that state of fulfillment. And this is where you connect with the all. And I wanted to get to that state as fast as possible. I wanted to create a quantum leap in my life because I felt my time was precious and I was wasting my time in this wheel of duality and suffering, and I was done with that. I experienced so much pain that I was done, and I would never give up to achieve my goal. So, does this relate to you? Have you ever felt this way before? This gap, I call it the golden bridge, because this is the bridge from experiencing duality to experience self-realization. And I started with teachings that allowed me to access higher state of consciousness, in which I was able to connect to higher realms and tools that made me feel like home, because this is where I really feel that I belong. And when I was coming back to my daily life, I kept experiencing the same issues with relationships, with abundance, with how I felt about myself. So then I realized I was trying to avoid the physical world. And this is what most of the spiritual people do. They tend to access to higher realms of consciousness because it feels so good, it feels so amazing. And then when you come back, then you keep struggling in your life in this plane of duality, where we all experience dark and light, masculine and feminine, pain and love, sadness and happiness. And when I went to the jungle for 3 weeks to dive into the journey with the sacred medicine of ayahuasca, the first thing that I was told, it was, you have to go first to the shadows, your own shadows. I was asking to go to the light, and I was told, in order to be able to go to the light, you need to dive into your shadow and embrace it, accept it, and then become whole. So this made me to go back to the beginnings and asking and trying to understand, why was my daily life not changing? And I needed to go to the foundations. I needed to start working with how I perceived the world, how I dealt with my emotions, how I was thinking, and in other words, who I needed to become in order to have this peaceful, loving life that I was looking for. And then everything changed. It wasn't anymore about me blaming others or blaming circumstances. It was about creating the shift within me, to perceive life as a gift, to be able to see the blessings in every situation. And it was about me changing my lack of self-worth, my lack of self-esteem, achieving confidence, inner authority, and building this new version of myself that was choosing the life I wanted to experience. To get to this point, it took me a while to figure it out, the roadmap to help other people, to be able to help them to shorten the process. That took me so long. I didn't know how to achieve what I wanted at that time. I just knew all that I didn't want in my life. And it was like trying different things, trying to find out what was the best thing. And then this allows me to help you to shorten the process, because you don't have to go through this trial and error. I didn't know, because I didn't know what to expect. I just knew how I wanted to feel. I didn't know how to get there, that I had to try over and over again with different learnings, teachings, different practices, and some of them didn't work. So this can be shortened. And then I was trying to pack all these teachings, all these learnings into what really work and what help you to access to this transformation faster, so you do not have to spend that much time in your life. And you start to experiencing the results as soon as you can, as you start to doing the inner work. This is the only thing, doing the inner work every day, all the time. And this is a commitment with yourself. This is what I want in my life, and this is what I want to experience. I'm not going to give up. I'm going to change my entire life until I experience this. And then everything aligns for this to happen in your life. So the first step is about mastering the body, your emotions, your mind. It's about changing your identity. It's about how you perceive reality and changing the way that you perceive it. That allows you to grow beyond your problems, so they are not an issue anymore. It's about facing fears that prevent you to become this higher version of yourself. It's where you don't allow your mind to control you through the excuses that the mind tells you all the time. I don't have time, I don't have the money, I don't have the resources, maybe in the future. So when you allow all the excuses to control over you, then you are not able to access to that level of love, of expansion, of bliss, that all we are looking for. And through this process, you understand the mind. You are not the mind. The mind is just a part of you, and then you take the driver's seat and you don't allow to do it anymore. So this expansion can be experienced through the path of your inner light. So I was creating a whole process to help you to create this firm foundation to expand the next stages of your evolution. So as you create this new identity and perception of life, as you are ready to dive into, then you are ready to dive into the subconscious mind and ready to access higher states of consciousness. And this is where all the experiences of your soul that went through for your entire existence, not just this lifetime, but all your lifetimes, are stored in your Akashic records, are stored in your body, are stored in your cells, in your DNA. And then it's about going deeper into these states of purification and transformation to achieve higher states of bliss. And this is when you start to understand love. That is the ultimate state that will allow you to be free from duality. Love will guide you through this deep healing, and also through the teachings from how to shift from human being to divine being, because this is the next process of evolution that all society is going through right now. This is not just for a few a few people. It is for all the people that are engaged in their own transformation. But yet, you need to choose it. You need to do the inner work if you want to see the results. They don't just happen. It's about choosing it. And as you keep raising your vibration through love, then you start to going through this process of ascending into the divine presence, into your divine self, and you are able to see and to connect with your true divine origin. And this is when you start to see the truth beyond duality, and a new comprehension of life opens up. Your values change completely, and your life starts to evolve in a way that makes sense when you are in service for others, when you understand that you are here to give so much, to make a difference. You are here to serve, and this brings you joy. And as you go through this transformation, you are given a new role, a new direction. You are ready for bigger service in your life. And the next stages I will be sharing with you in future videos and recordings, because there's so much that to explain, and I want to do it in detail. I want to give you as much as possible so you can see all that you have available, that you can go through the process, and this is where you can go and reach. And this is so important because it's about getting out of this state of being stuck, this feeling of feeling lost or tired of some issues in your life that keep repeating and you keep experiencing over and over. But this means to go into the basic foundation, and this is where we start right now. It's about shifting the perception of how you experience life, and this is a game changer because you are ready for the next stages. And then the process is even faster because you have the right foundation to access the next levels. And this allows you to shift the perception of suffering, and then you have the ownership to create your own reality. It's so important because then you learn how to stop creating suffering, you learn how to create harmony in your life, and then you learn how to balance the duality that you already have in your life. So this is very important for them to be able to access these deeper and higher states of consciousness and bliss and love and peace and harmony, all that everybody wants in their life. So if you want to go deeper, please reach out, connect with us, send emails, and DM us. Tell us everything that you want, that you need. How can I help you? What questions do you have that you want to be answered? And if you want to be part of this program, the Path of Your Inner Light, just I give you the link so you can access and receive more information about it. And please keep sending me your insights, your all that you are really looking for, some questions that you have that concern you, so I can keep helping you in this process of transformation. So bye for now, and I bless you.